all you learners, 10 Thumbs here. Today we're going to be talking a beginner fingerpicking blues in the key of E. We'll have all the tabs on the screen, but you can get your own printable version by becoming a Patreon. Links in the notes, as well as extra information in the description. You'll see my email there if you want some one-on-one lessons. New guitar every Monday, so if you like this kind of content, hit subscribe, ring the bell, never miss a lesson. Let's do it. Grab your guitar, brain, attention span, follow me on in, and let's learn how to fingerpick the blues. All right, we're just going to jump right into this. I'm going to assume that you know the 12-bar blues in E, the chord progression. If you don't, really quick, it's 4 measures of E7. Then the middle 4 are 2 of A7, 2 of E7. And then the turnaround goes B7, A7, E7, B7. If this is too hard, I have a basic tutorial on just how to strum through that progression. And I'll put that in the notes, which is up here, I think. Maybe it's over here, but I think it's up here. All right, let's just jump into it. This style of blues relies a lot on your thumb. So let's make an E major chord, and we're just going to pluck our thumb on that low bass. Now I am getting some palm muting on here. I'm doot, 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 doot. 1, 2, 3, 4. Once you feel confident with that, we're going to start to alternate that between the low E and the second fret of the D string, which is also an E note. You can kind of think of that as your strumming pattern. And you could do that for 4 measures of E if you wanted to. It would get a little boring, so we're going to look at how to put stuff on top of that. We're going to start off with the first measure, or the first beat rather. We're going to go. Okay, my pinky's on the 4th fret of the B string, giving it that E7 sound. You could just do a regular E. And these 3 fingers are going to play the G, the B, and the E string on the first beat. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Practice that until you feel really, really confident with that. And then we're going to add the next step. So the next step is something called syncopation. We're going to play on the and our index finger is going to play on the and after the 3. So we got 1, 2, 3, and 4. Just right there on that G string. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now, once you get better at this, you can add anything you want, but it's good to have a foundation first, to have something that you can build off of. And that's what we're creating right now. Let's take this one step further. We're going to do this. And what we're doing is we're playing the and still the same, but we're removing our index finger, and then we're hammering on the 4th beat. So we're playing G there, then hammering on the G sharp, 1st fret of the G string on the 4. So we go 1, 2, 3, and 4. And that's what we're going to do for the E chord. Now, if any of that is too hard, you can find anywhere in that progression where it was comfortable for you, even if it's just your thumb, and you can use that to play through your finger picking version of the blues in E, and then you can just build up and add these other pieces. So the first 4 measures sound like this. Very cool. Then we make it to the A7. So we're going to start off basic. We're going to make the A7. And here our thumb just alternates between the A string and the D string. I'm using the same 3 fingers to pluck the same 3 strings on the first beat. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so we can add some variety to that A7 if we want. And we're going to do it on the second measure. We're going to go 1, 1, 2, 3, 4 for the first measure. Then we're going to get our pinky on the 3rd fret of the high A for the first beat, middle finger on the high A, index on the B. Then that pinky slides to the 2nd fret. These 2 fingers are going to play B and E still, and our thumb drops down to the G string, or the D string. Remove your pinky. These 2 fingers do the same thing. The thumb goes back to the A string. Then the 4th beat is just the thumb on the D string by itself. Really slow. And if we put that together with what we were playing the first time through, we get. Okay, so that would be measures 5 and 6, and then you go back to E7 and do what we did originally for 7 and 8. Okay, those middle 4 together. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and then we get to the turnaround. The B7, we're going to do the exact same finger picking pattern that we do on the A7, but the bass is a little different. We start the bass on the A string, and then the 3rd beat, our middle finger actually goes up to the 2nd fret of the low E. On the and after the 3, we're using our index finger on the G string again, like 1, 2, 3, and 4. A, 1, 2, 3, 4. No syncopation, exactly like we play the A on the 5th measure. Then we're going to play the E like we do throughout the entire song. And then the B7 again. So really close. So really slowly we get. And then we're back into the top of that. If that last turnaround felt a little too quick, spend some extra time on that B7 because the A7 and the E7 are exactly like we've seen already. Okay, and then you have all of the chords and all the pieces, so let's play through the whole 12 bar together. Note, measures 11 and 12 is usually where a turnaround is. But I like to teach this finger picking through the whole thing before you even try to add a turnaround. So once you get confident with this, and you feel really good with this, you can add any turnaround, blues turnaround, in the key of E that you want. Okay? All right, so from the top, here we go. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here we go and we singing the blues, my friend. Singing from the start until the very end. And that would be it. You can jam over that, you can solo over it. Now these are pretty big shapes. Later on, you get more advanced. You're actually going to be doing less with this hand. in terms of not using necessarily 4 fingers to play a chord. This is just to get you comfortable with the idea of fingerpicking blues in E, just to get started a little bit. Because it can definitely get a lot more in-depth, creative, and fun than that, but we need a foundation before we move forward. All right, thank you so much for watching. Catch you next Monday for the next guitar tutorial. There you have it, folks. A basic fingerpicking blues in the key of E for you, and now you can really rock and roll your blues, step your game up, jam. In general, when I'm playing the acoustic blues, I'm playing with my fingers and I'm doing fingerstyle. Sometimes I'll strum, but mostly I'm just going through using my fingers. I think it really brings that old-timey Americana original blues feel out, the Delta style, around the 1930s, 1920s, even a little bit earlier. That type of blues, I think, sounds best fingerpicked, in my opinion. All right, until next time, keep on rocking and rolling. Have a lovely day. Catch you next Monday. Subscribe and learn. Take care.